Students, it is Sunday, March the 16th. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, so don't forget to wear green. And I know that you're having some difficulty with this assignment, the comparison of Ravitch's ideas in her chapters in the book and what's happening in your own district. So this morning I went into the Blackboard and I posted kind of like a little chart. So you could do what's similar, what's dissimilar, the likenesses and differences, the comparison, contrasts, whatever you wish to do, and kind of write more specifically about each one of those items that you enter into the table. And I think that will satisfy the requirements. Now, there's a number of resources that you have at your fingertips about your school districts or the districts that you're located within. For example, there's the School Accountability Report Card. So be sure to go online and use that because it has a lot of information about the recent test data, class sizes, what's happening in the school. It even has information about the number of suspensions and discipline issues within the school. So that's a really good resource. There's also the District Accountability Report Card. So you could go in through the school district, you could go in through the schools, individual schools that you're located within. And if you're not really familiar about what's taking place in the district that you're in, then you need to get online and find out what's going on. 2001 was when we actually passed the legislation for No Child Left Behind. So it really started about 2002, and it was the most highly qualified teacher. So we had every teacher going back to school, getting training in working with EL students. We also had teachers going back to school to get their master's degrees because we were looking at the most highly prepared and qualified teachers. Then there was another group of years where we're focusing on strategies and getting the test data up, which is the California Standards Test. And that's been pretty inconsistent. People making the API, Academic Performance Index, and some districts have been designated as low performing, and they have some of them go into the safe harbors to, kind of get some time to get their act together and to work as a team. Professional learning communities came in about that time. Response to intervention came in about that time because that was the answer for how we were going to bring these schools up that were low performing. There's been some other issues that have taken place, like Race to the Top. Now, I don't know if you realize that in order to qualify for Race to the Top, every district must be evaluating their teachers based on student test data. And California is one of those states that do not do that. I guess there's only about 20 states right now that actually have a teacher evaluation based on student test scores, which is, I don't know if California is going to go there. At least not in my 50 years of experience have I seen that. But I know that they are starting to do this in LA Unified. There's been a lot of pressure put on LA Unified School District teachers, and so I'm anxious to see what happens with this. So we have not met the requirements for Race to the Top. There's only a few states that really have met that, and they are getting the additional money. If you are a school improvement school, there is additional funds for school improvement. If you're kind of in the middle of the road and you don't have a lot of high poverty and free and reduced lunch, you probably aren't getting the federal funds for school improvement. There are state funds that are available now for Common Core standards. This is a whole shift, not really in the content, but looking at the content and how we teach the pedagogy. So I know that some of you have written in about what your districts are doing, the professional development, and that's great. That is the key. It seems to be that if we don't consistently work on professional development, the teachers lose interest, the priorities in the school change, and then, our test scores will go down again. Now this year we have an unusual year, 2014. There's no test. So they're giving a year to California to kind of find out about the Common Core standards. So the test will be 2015, but there's no baseline data. And so this is kind of an interesting year. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be exciting. And we're going to see a year of change, a year of growth, and hopefully a year of true success in implementing a reform. What we see is this seesaw effect, and it's detrimental. It really is. We had the class size reduction, and then everything was 20-1 for certain grades, and then the state didn't have the money, so they took that away. And basically, the data shows that it doesn't matter how many students you have in the class, whether it's the teacher. So that's what the tests, the data from all the research that has been done indicates. But we know differently. We know that you have a higher quality of interaction when you have fewer students. I know my granddaughter had 47 in her biology class, and there weren't even seats for them. So this is kind of a problem. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week, and God's blessings on all your work. I know my email is not working this morning, so I've advised you to send me your assignments, and then I will look at them and give you feedback and send them back to you on the Blackboard email if necessary. I'm sure you're going to do a wonderful job. And so I'm going to work on getting my new Gmail up to speed this week, and hopefully we'll be able to communicate just fine. Have a great week.